Hello everyone, I'm Zuzka, the Craftsy Penguin, and I'm here today to reflect on one of my videos from last year, where, to recap, I had quite some complaints about the certification system for crochet plushies, toys, here in the Czech Republic. It was just part of that video. I will link that video in the description and maybe even in a card here up on the screen. And in that part of the video I was talking about the certification process and the cost of this certification that is required to be able to sell crochet plushies here in the Czech Republic. It appears I was a bit wrong in saying all of that in the way that there is no other possibility for small business owners to do this, and I will tell you all about it in a moment. I have to preface all of this, of course, with the fact that these requirements are specific to every region, every country. It's different in every part of the world. Here it works as I'm going to explain. It might be totally different where you are. It is possible that the rules where you are more strict. It is possible that there are no rules in your country for this. It is possible that it's similar to our situation here in the Czech Republic, but you always need to research that. You always need to look for the information, and it is entirely possible that there are rules, but nobody is observing them. I have no idea, actually. It is tiny bit like that over here as well. There are people who do earn some money from selling crochet stuff, and they are not following these rules, but they're always at the risk of running into issues, basically, with the authorities, with the bureaucracy, sort of. But one thing I said in the first video was that there is a risk of the inspection coming to a craft market, for example, and checking the stalls there, checking the sellers if they have the documentation needed, the certification for the toys and the crochet stuff they are selling. And this is basically the first point where I was mistaken, because this inspection always comes on somebody telling them about you, somebody basically sending them to you. And I also need to preface all of this with the fact that the stuff that I learned and I am telling you about right now, I learned from another Czech creator. She has a shop called Odlu, that means from Lu, Odlu, because she's named Lucie, and she did all this hard work to figure out how it should work, basically. So her case was that somebody told on her to the authorities and sent the inspection onto her, and that's where she learned everything about this certification process. I knew there is the certification way where you pay the certification and an accredited institute does it for you, and it costs exorbitant amounts of money, which was my complaint, basically, that this is not doable for small business owners. And Lucia found out that it doesn't have to be like that. She found out after the inspection coming to her, and they basically helped her to figure this out. And now she is sharing this know-how, she is sharing this knowledge. And I totally have to attribute all of this merit to her. And I'll link her pages and a webinar she's doing for people who are interested, who are from here, from Czech Republic, and are interested in self-certification. She's doing that for them, and she's spreading this information to the community, and I'm forever thankful to her for this. She also has this free totally accessible video on YouTube about the basics of it and about the inspection that she's experienced. So I'll link to that as well. And I think that's the basics of it, and I will tell you how it is supposed to work now, but only, in just a rough overview, because I don't believe it's my place to teach you about this in detail. If you are a Czech creator in crochet, in fiber arts, go check out her videos, her webinar, her pages. If you're not, you'll just get the basic information here from me. The basics are that you, as the author, as the creator of the stuff that you are wanting to sell, you can do the certification basically for yourself. And you need to get into the legalese a bit. You need to have the right documentation, and you need exact wordings in the documentation to have the documents all right for the inspection and all that stuff. And again, that was Lucia who dug into all of that, and she specifies in the webinar how you need to word your documents to this to make this all right. So if you are Czech fiber arts creator, maker of toys, maker of plushies, you need to have basically one document that says that you have all the certification for the materials that you used, that the product that you are selling conforms to the requirements of Czech laws, and that you basically know what you're doing, and that it also conforms to the rules of EU requirements in this field. And then you need the documentation for each and every one of the types of toys you're making or the products that you're making. It also applies to some extent to accessories, hats, blankets, all of that. So you need to have documentation with basically the pattern, the written pattern, and all the materials listed and all the details of the creation basically. So that's the other thing. Then you need to have labels on every product that you make, and the labels need to have a specific information on them. So all of that is specified in the law, and you need to abide the law basically. So that's it. So in the end, I was mistaken. I was wrong about this. You can do this yourself, but it's not widely known. This way, if you do it, it's basically for free. You only spend your time and your learning on it. Basically, you need to learn how all of these documents should look like. and you need to know what to put in them. And as I said, Lucia learned it the hard way through the inspection, but they were helpful and they told her how it should look like, what she should do, but she still needed to, study everything and word everything right. And now she's forwarding this knowledge to other people who are interested in this and who, of course, can't pay those exorbitant amounts of money to the certification agencies. So this is how it should be done. I'll link the sources, and my sources are basically Lucia, but there is not much else about this on Czech internet pages, and basically you can't learn this any other way, or I didn't find a way to learn this other than through this video and these webinars, and it's not readily available for a reason, I believe. Basically Czech bureaucracy wants you to go through the institutionalized certification process and pay for everything. Of course, that is built for the large companies making toys. This is not a rule built for small businesses. Now, there is one exception to all these rules, and that is if you're making stuff made to order, if you're making stuff on commission, these rules don't apply. You don't need to have a label on it, you don't need the documentation, you don't need the honorary certification paper stuff. So what it means for me now, basically, and what I've been following since I learned about this, is that when making my plushies, like these ones here, I'm basically only making them if someone asks me to make one for them. I haven't made much since then. I've just made some for my family members and my friends, and I still plan on making several cats. I'll see about other plushie animals, but I'm not planning on selling en masse, and having an e-shop, or I was talking about the coffee shop. I'll still have some stuff over there, but not this kind of stuff, and there is mostly still the digitals. No one's buying it anyways. So that's a whole another chapter, but for now I'm only working on those as commissions and made to orders, and otherwise I'm mostly crocheting for myself now. So I have the knowledge for now, I have the sources, and if it ever comes to bigger, selling adventures, I know what to do. I am ready for that, and I'm so glad that I have all this information. I think it was so lucky, actually, that I made that comment in the video, and then I got linked the Lucia's video, and I decided to attend the webinar and get all the information, because it sometimes happens to me that I can access the information, or I can, venture into something, but I decide against it because I'm not, brave enough or social enough, or I don't know. So this time I decided that, I'll have the half day for this. I'll send the kiddos away with their father. I'll just sit and listen to this and interact with the creators that I met through the webinar. It was amazing, honestly. It was great atmosphere, it was friendly, it was really awesome. So if you are a Czech creator, I honestly do recommend this. If you're considering selling stuff, if you have an e-shop, if you are selling at craft markets and you don't have this kind of certification and you're worried about it, this is for you. You absolutely need it, I would say. If you're from another country, I'm sorry, this might not be relevant for you, but it is possible that there is such a self-certification process available where you are, that you just need to figure out how to do this. You maybe need to read a bit of legalese and figure out how it should work, and you might be able to basically bypass that huge sums of money paid for the certification and attestation process. So I bet this is interesting, and I thank you for watching and for listening today. I hope this helps. I hope you liked it. I hope it was interesting for you, even if you are not a crochet creator, a fiber arts creator. And I thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe if you are not subscribed. I will be glad to see the number of subscribers go up. It's great fun to follow that. Leave me a comment, tell me something about your favorite plushies, and I hope that you'll come back to my channel and watch some other videos again in the future. For now, have a great time, enjoy crafting, enjoy creating, and enjoy the colors. Goodbye!